What is going on, YouTube? It is Flashback here. Play some Dirt Track Racing 2, as we generally tend to do. And it's just, you know, the most popular game on my channel, it seems. So I am going to be trying to expand a little bit upon that. But we'll kind of see how that plays out. Just kind of wanted to touch on a few things. I don't even know what to talk about. So really, I'm just going to be freestyling it a little bit. Free balling, if you will. Guess I don't... Yeah, this actually turned out to be a pretty decent race. I took the lead by quite a ways for a while, but in the end it comes out into a really close race between me and second place. I guess me in first place technically, but I won't get into that too much here. Been I don't know, I've been thinking recently about the whole boycotting the police, especially down in Chicago, right? As of like last year, and how the fact that it's still going on. Like, I understand it happened, but it's time to let go, guys. I don't know. Back when the 19-year-old guy, boy in Cincinnati died back in 2001. Yeah, sometime around then. Yeah, the boycott lasted 3 days, and nothing bad came of it, but it was just a good way to show support, show the demonstration, and which that's a good thing. Being able to show our opinions in demonstration form is a very good part of our country here and our world. It gives us a little more political freedom, I'd call it. But I understand why people do it. But, I mean, how do you find time to do that, first off? Like, between the work and family, how do you find time to boycott, or in some cases, which happened recently in Chicago and a few other places in the world, not only in the US, but in the world, how do you find time to riot? Especially, like, time, energy. I just don't understand. I barely have time and energy to go to work, and that's like 3/4 of my life. Fact of the matter is, the whole Black Lives Matter thing, I get it. Black lives do matter. As do purple lives, blue lives, yellow lives, brown lives. Hell, even white lives matter. Fact of the matter is, life matters. It's time to forget color, because continuing to allow racism to exist is the only reason it does exist. I understand this isn't by no means something I myself can fix. I like to voice my own opinion on things, and it is what it is. I'll never change the world, but hey, I can try, right? One small step for me and one giant step for everybody making fun of me. God, I really should have come into this prepared, but I really didn't have anything. I guess I could have touched on driving and what really grinds my gears when I'm driving, but it's neither here nor there. Ooh, actually, while I'm thinking about it, I am making a racing game right now, working on one. It's in very early stages. If you're interested in it, just let me know. I would love to post some footage of it. I'm probably going to start up a separate YouTube channel for it, but just for trailers, updates, and such. As of right now, though, I'm mostly working on the physics and continuing on with map builds, and I'm not going to go into what I want the game to be right now, but it's something that the PC community especially needs really badly. So yeah, if you are interested in that, let me know down below in the comments section. God, I really don't have anything to talk about, do I? No, I don't. The video's only halfway over. Well, here you'll see I'm fighting through lap traffic. Something that can get very irritating because they like to bunch up and then just stand in your way the entire time. And of course, that happens where I don't know how to keep a straight line and I go, ooh, a wall. I love walls. Walls are my favorite. kind of gotten into hobby recently. Actually looking into building my own supercharger and kind of pressing some things out, and I think I'm able to do it for just a couple $100. Now obviously I'm going to use a used what's the word I'm looking for? Probably going to end up using a used housing, and I'm probably not going to have the standard back housing, I'll call it, where all the gears are. I'm probably just going to run a belt from the main pulley to another belt and just have it be a direct feed to the compressor wheel. It's kind of my thought process, and it'll give me a little more direct control instead of relying on only what the supercharger can do. It'll let me kind of customize it, put my own wheel, which seem to be pricing out anywhere between $45 to about $200 for, well, really any of them. Found a couple really nice looking designs that I think would be very effective in my car, especially with an 03 Monte Carlo with the 3.8, which already pulls in a lot of air, but if I can boost that a little bit, I mean, we all know what the supercharger Monte does stock, and this one's not a supercharged, just naturally aspirated. But I'm really enjoying this wheel, by the way. Yeah, like I said, this is just gonna be off-topic ranting. I really don't have any sort of plan of action. I just needed to get something out. Cannot ride my motorcycle right now. I am downed. Down for the count at the moment. I need a new rear tire. It was getting real bald, and now I've got a bad, almost looks like a flat spot, and where I've got some wire showing. Although I guess this tire doesn't have wires, actually has like little Kevlar belts in it, not instead of steel wires. Either way, it does not make me comfortable by any means. I'm trying to get in some other racing games. I just haven't been able to. I've been trying to test the waters on the channel, but so far I haven't seen any that people are overly interested in. So if there is some racing games out there you want to see, let me know down below. I've tried dirt track sprint cars. I'm having a hard time getting it working, though I think I might have found a way around it. If you want to see some of that, just let me know. I'd love to do it. Ledford I'm kind of interested in, but that's again an older game. I'm looking for newer games and can't afford Dirt Rally or any of that. Kind of looking for cheap games right now. There's a new game called, great, now that I'm trying to think of it, I won't remember it. God, what's it called? It is Out something? Crossout. It's called Crossout by, Gaijin Games or whatever. They make War Thunder and such. Pretty good game. It's just a vehicle battlefield game where you customize, create your own vehicles based on a power level from your ranking, and it actually looks really cool. I haven't played it yet, but I'm very interested in it. Currently in closed beta. It is going to be a free-to-play MMO, of course, but it looks like a lot of fun. It does look a little bit like it might be pay-to-win, unless you really grind, but there won't be that many people actually paying that much, I'm sure. But otherwise, if you don't want to wait for beta access, you can go ahead and just purchase one of their, I'm gonna call it a mic pack, like $20 I think is the cheapest one, and that just gets you access forever and ever and ever, starting pretty much the moment your payment's accepted, which is a nice idea. It looks like a lot of fun, but it definitely needs a lot more work. But like I said, it is currently in closed beta. Yeah, see right here I mess up and kind of screws me over a little bit, because I believe first is right on my outside here. Yep, right there. I have a hard time catching him here too. Like right through here is easy, but I kind of came straight down on him. Didn't make it easy for either one of us. Got to run that group, and he's pulled away a little bit. So I've got to really focus on keeping my lines, making sure I don't hit the wall, making sure I don't get too sideways and lose too much momentum. I try to pull as much momentum out of that turn as I can. This turn, I find I actually go in a little hard, but I came out with a lot of momentum. I tried to keep that momentum through this turn. If I remember right, one of these becomes a lap record. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I got on my lap records earlier in the race. So anyway, folks, this is going to be the last lap here. Please remember to leave a like if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you are not subscribed and you would like to see more. And as always, we'll see you next time. Till then, take it easy.